Hello everyone, it is the morning. Unfortunately, it's another rainy morning, so probably no skating today. It's starting to clear up, so hopefully I can get out there, but I have another agenda for today. As you saw in yesterday's vlog, my wife and I went to Kmart and got 465 photos printed. Now, you're probably like, whoa, how the hell do you take so many photos? Why are you printing them off? Blah, blah, blah. And I'm going to answer that for you. So essentially what we do is we like to keep it old school, bloody old fashioned, and keep a massive photo album collection of our entire lives. That's how we grew up, up until we started high school. That was just the norm. Everything was printed, everything was on film, all that sort of stuff. And with today's day and age, we've kind of fallen out of that habit. And we were kind of like, oh, we really want to recapture that. Because looking at photo albums is a lot of fun, especially, when you revisit it a few years later, 10 years later, 20 years later, and, you see all these memories that you don't just have on your phone readily accessible. It just kind of makes them more impactful, if that makes sense. So what I have done, and when I say it's the morning, that's a lie because this has taken all morning. But what I have done is I have gone to all of our photo albums, removed every single thing and sorted them into decades in chronological order too. So here we have my baby album, which I've just left how it is because, it's all like custom shapes and all that sort of stuff. So that's pretty much useless for a regular photo album. Then we have all these photo albums here. And then this is the wedding one and the honeymoon one, which are going to be absolutely filled after I pick up the photos today. But these are the stacks of photos, and I really just want to showcase what I'm talking about when I talk about how we've dropped off the habit of printing stuff and taking photos properly. So this is before I was born. The reason there is not many of them is because obviously I'm not in any of them, and I really just wanted to get the main few. So these are my great-grandparents on my grandma's side. These are my grandparents, blah, blah, blah. So just stuff like that. I didn't want to go crazy. Maybe I will further down the line when my grandma starts bloody passing things off. But for now, that's obviously just small for a reason. And this here is pretty much from when I was born to primary school years sort of thing. So this is essentially 90s and 2000s. Now I say 90s and 2000 because I was born in 98 and there's only 2 years left of the 90s at that point, but no, there's not enough photos of me to dedicate a whole 90s album, so yeah, don't worry about that. So 90s and 2000s. And this, this is the 2010s. This is what I got. That is genuinely all I have in my photo album for the 2010s. It's insane. So the first one here is a little family portrait. There I am. I think I was 18 there. And then I think I was also 18 here. So 2 photos from when I was 18. I missed out on my entire high school years in this photo, in this album. I missed out on everything. So that is bloody abysmal. So what I've actually done is I've gone back, bloody dug through old Facebook chats, old profiles, friends' profiles, like tagged pictures, all that sort of stuff from when I was in high school in the 2010s. And I even got some from the 2000s from my primary school years. And what I've done is I've bloody culled them from the internet, taken them, hoarded them, and printed them off. So there's going to be a bunch. I think I worked out to be like 200 and something from my high school years, which are primarily 2014 onwards, 2014 to 2016. But there were a couple earlier. But yeah, so I've done that. So that's going to have a bloody impact on this because my 2010s are my formative years as they are for everyone. They're the high school years, or not everyone went to high school in 2010s. You know what I mean? High school years are the most formative years. And for me, that was the 2010s. So the fact that I have literally nothing is absolutely insane to me. That was also when I took a gap year and I had no photos from that. Except this. That was a photo from my gap year. And it's just disappointing because I had a lot of fun on that gap year. That's when I started vlogging. Well, not started, but started doing it properly. And just so many things that I missed out on because we just didn't print them anymore. And so in lockdown, before my wife and I even met, I decided, no, I want to go back to this sort of vibe. And so I picked up a disposable camera and, you know, got into film photography, and, you know, that I'm still into it to this day. But you can really see a difference, right? This is the bloody 2020s. That is insane. So this is like, you know, 12 years worth of photos. This is fucking 10 years. And this is 4. So, safe to say I've got the 2020s covered. They're bloody documented. Don't need to worry about that. Also, this pile here doesn't include a single photo from 2023 because we didn't print any off. We couldn't find a shop near us that did it. And it also doesn't include any wedding or honeymoon photos because that's what these albums are. Wedding here, honeymoon here. So that has been my day. I think it's like 12 now. I haven't had breakfast. I got up at like 9 and I was like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna bloody do this. So the wedding one, on the other hand, has literally nothing. We haven't printed out any of them. A family member did send us a pretty, I don't know, decent chunk of photos that they printed out of the wedding. So we have had them saved. We just want to put everything in the right order, so we haven't chucked them in yet. But today I'm picking up, you know, all the photos from the ceremony, in between the ceremony and reception, where we went and got photos with the car, and then the reception itself. And I also have 10 disposable cameras that we need to get developed, which is going to be like $250. That's bloody insane. But what we did was we had one at each table. I think we had 2 at the friends table. And we just said, go nuts, take photos of everything you can, get photos of everyone. I think Pia and I also had one at the bridal table. So there's going to be so many photos in there as well. So unfortunately, I will have to kind of leave out the wedding stuff for today because we still need to get those ones developed. They're currently in Ballarat, we're in Sydney, so next time we go for a visit, that's when we're going to be developing them. It's been nearly a year at this point, we need to bloody get onto it, but either way, we can, you know, at least somewhat sort it out, figure out what we need to do. We also got these peanut butter brownies that were a little surprise in our vegetable box. We get vegetables delivered, and yeah, they were a bit of a surprise in there. So I'm going to make them for Pia when she gets home because she was being bloody excited for them. You know, just peak husband things. Okay, it is much later in the day. In fact, it's so much later, it's dark outside. And it turns out I got the best wife ever because she told me that she would go to Kmart on her way home from work and pick the photos up for me. So I don't have to leave the house. Yeah. But that means I have to embrace my inner house husband and get bloody bacon. I also have to make dinner like usual, but we got to do them first, I think. I hope I don't mess this up. Anyway, it's brownie time. Transition, you ready? And here we are. The first proper transition on this channel, just to show off the brownie. Now, this doesn't look the best because it's not out of the wrapper or anything. But look at the bloody peanut butter swirls. This is bloody banging. Pia's home, gotta give her a brownie. Kind of fucked this one up. How was your journey?
Tiring.
Yeah, very intense journey.
Longer than it should have been.
Yeah. Here, put the stuff down, I'll take it. Here, as a reward, is a brownie. I kind of messed this one up, I'm sorry. Call me Betty Crocker.
Thank you, Betty Crocker.
All right, so just bloody unpack the photos. This is crazy, hold on. So as you saw before, this is 2020s, 2010s, bloody pathetic. 90s and 2000s, and then before I was born. Are you guys ready for what we just did today? Bloody hell. All right, let's get a little sneak peek. Pia and I are gonna be sorting them all out later, but let's get a bloody... Oh! Okay, let's get another sneak peek. Bloody sleepovers in year 10 went crazy, Jesus Christ. There we go. So there's one of me and Tom. Looking bloody sexy at the show. How was dinner?
It was delicious.
Awesome. We tried a different recipe because we need her on reduced salt lately. So, try a different recipe. Was it as good as usual?
I think so.
Awesome. What about you, Oscar? How you feeling? So just for a bit of scale, this is how big the pile is when I'm holding it, which is insane. There's 400, my hand's actually like hurting. It's pretty heavy.
Yep, there's more.
Yep. Let's get going. So this is our honeymoon pile, which need to be out to the honeymoon folder, obviously. That is the wedding pile. Bloody exposed right there. Sorry, Tom. The rest are down here. So these are the old piles we had. And this is just what's been added. So as you can see, 2010's got a massive buff. Quite a bit more for 2000s than I thought. And a bunch for the 2020s. So this is going to be bloody crazy. I have a feeling we're going to need a whole other folder, to be honest. Alright, honeymoon folder is done. Well, kinda. Here's what happened. So as you can see, we got photo in here and it seems to end. But also, as you can see, they continue on the next page. So what I've done is I made a mistake and accidentally flipped the page when I wasn't supposed to. So that means, unfortunately, we have to go through and push every single one back by a few spaces.
Yeah. As you can see, this is Belly.
Big pouch boy. Big pouch boy. Big pouch boy. We're watching Slushy Noob's content warning.
Yeah.
Is it something you reckon you'd be interested in playing?
Maybe, but it's looking more scary now since the update.
Oh, man. Alright, so 90s, or before I was born, hasn't changed. 90s and 2000s. He's in chronological order, and so are the 2010s. By the way, bloody, there you go. That's me right there. That's Ayrton, and that's Tom. That's Caleb and Stephen, which unfortunately I don't talk to anymore. But yeah, the bloody 2010s are in chronological order. Now these, hold on. This stack here is from 2020 to like 2022, I think. Let's see. Okay, so this is the 2020s, culled down quite a bit. And then this is what I have to organize for the 2020s. So all of this is in chronological order already. And then I just need to put that in chronological order and then put it in this without messing anything up. Jesus Christ. Oh my goodness. Ugh. Let's have a look. Also, it is like, what's the time? It is 1:30 in the morning. Pia's gone to bed. But I was just bloody determined to get this done because I did not want this to head over till tomorrow, because I'm not doing that. Tomorrow's skating with the boys, and by the boys I mean me. I'm bloody tired. I'm not going to be putting these in the folder today because I need to figure out exactly which folder's going to which. Apparently we might be switching the honeymoon ones to this one because it'll fit better. I think we have like 180 honeymoon photos and this fits 200. And this here, which was originally going to go in the 2x2, is definitely more than 200. So anyway, I'm going to bloody head to bed because, like I said, it's 1:30. I'm bloody exhausted. This is so mentally draining. Oh my god. I didn't think it would be this intense. But it's all done now. Finally. So when will I see ya? I'll see you in a couple days. Sweet. Hold on. I can do it better. I can do it better than that. Sweet.